Rejection stings. It's a blade slicing through your ego, leaving a raw, exposed wound. But every no you hear, every door slammed, every opportunity denied, isn't a dead end. It's a redirect. It's fuel. It's the universe shoving you toward the path you're meant to carve, not the one you're begging to follow. Embrace the sting. Let it burn. That pain is the forge where your resilience is hammered into something unbreakable. The world doesn't owe you anything. Not a job, not a relationship, not a single damn break. When someone tells you no, they're not just rejecting your request. They're rejecting the version of you standing in front of them. And that's your signal to evolve. Each no is a mirror showing you what's weak, what's unprepared, what's not enough. Yet, you don't cry about it. You don't sulk. You stare into that mirror and decide who you're going to become. Because the only thing worse than hearing no is letting it stop you. Think about it. Every success story you admire is built on a pile of rejections. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter found a home. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. These aren't fairy tales. They're battle scars. Each no was a gauntlet thrown at their feet, daring them to quit. They didn't. They used rejection as a map, pointing them toward what needed to change, what needed to be better. And they got to work. You're not different. You're not exempt from the grind. The no you got today, whether the job you didn't land, a pitch that flopped, or a dream someone laughed at, isn't a verdict on your worth. It's a challenge. It's the world asking, how bad do you want this? Because if you want it bad enough, you'll eat the rejection, digest it, and turn it into raw energy. You'll stay up later, work harder, learn faster. You'll become the person who makes yes inevitable. The dark truth is that rejection is a better teacher than success. Success makes you soft. It whispers that you've already arrived. Rejection slaps you awake. It forces you to question everything. Your approach, your skills, your mindset. It strips away the illusions and leaves you with the raw material of growth. You don't get better by basking in applause. You get better by crawling to the mud of failure and coming out sharper on the other side. So, what do you do when the no hits? You don't wallow. You don't scroll through social media. Compare yourself to people who seem to have it easier. You don't drown in self-pity or rage against the unfairness of it all. You sit down with that no and dissect it. Why did it happen? What's missing? What can you control? Maybe you need to refine your pitch, learn a new skill, or rethink your strategy. Maybe you need to stop chasing someone else's version of success and define your own. Whatever it is, rejection is your compass, not your cage. The people who win in life aren't the ones who never hear no. They're the ones who hear it and keep moving. They're the ones who treat every rejection as a redirection, a signpost pointing toward the next step. They don't take it personally because they know the game isn't about them. It's about the work, the persistence, the relentless pursuit of better. When Thomas Edison was called too stupid to learn anything as a kid, he didn't curl up and quit. He built a lab and failed 10,000 times before perfecting the light bulb. Each failure was a no from the universe, and each one brought him closer to yes. Here's the brutal part. Not everyone will make it. Some will hear no and crumble. They'll take it as proof they're not good enough, and they'll stop trying. That's their choice. But you're not here to be average. You're not here to let someone else's opinion, or even your own doubts, dictate your future. You're here to take every no and turn it into a weapon. You're here to let rejection fuel your hunger, not extinguish it. The path to yes is paved with no. Every rejection is a step, not a setback. It's a chance to refine, to rebuild, to reorient. The world will keep saying no until you're ready for yes, until you've earned it, fought for it, bled for it. So when the next no comes, don't flinch. Feel the sting. Let it wake you up and then get to work. Study harder. Train longer. Rewrite the plan. The yes is out there, waiting for the version of you that's tough enough to claim it. This isn't about optimism or feel-good platitudes. This is about grit. It's about staring down rejection and refusing to let it define you. It's about understanding that every no is a test. And you don't pass by giving up. You pass by showing up again and again until the world has no choice but to say yes. So take the hit. Let it hurt. Then get up and keep going. Because the only thing standing between you and your yes is how many no's you're willing to endure. The grind doesn't stop. You've heard no before and you'll hear it again. It's not a one-time hurdle. It's a relentless gauntlet. The world isn't kind enough to hand you a single rejection and call it a day. It'll keep throwing them at you, over and over, each one sharper than the last, each one testing whether you've got the guts to keep going. That's the game. That's the dark, unyielding truth of chasing anything worth having. Every no is a gatekeeper, and you don't get through by asking nicely. You break the damn gate down. You might be tired. You might be bruised. You might be staring at a string of rejections. So long it feels like the universe is laughing at you. Good. Let it laugh. Let it mock. Because every time you hear no and choose to keep moving, you're spitting in the face of doubt. You're proving you're not one of the weak ones who will fold. Most people quit when the rejections pile up. They see a closed door and assume it's locked forever. But you're not most people. You're the one who kicks the door until it splinters or finds another way in. There's always a way. The beauty of rejection is its honesty. It doesn't sugarcoat. When someone says no, they're telling you something real, something you can use. Maybe your pitch was sloppy. Maybe your skills aren't sharp enough yet. Maybe you're chasing the wrong goal entirely. Whatever it is, a no is raw data, not a death sentence. Take it apart. Study it. Let it show you where you're soft, where you're lacking, where you need to grow. Then get to work fixing it. The moment you start seeing rejection as feedback instead of failure, you've already won half the battle. But let's not romanticize it. This isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. The path to your yes is a war, and every no is a battle you gotta fight. You'll lose sleep. You'll question yourself. You'll have moments where you wonder if it's worth it. Those moments are where the real test happens. Not in the rejection itself, but in what you do after. Do you let the doubt win? Do you let the fear of another no keep you from trying again? Or do you clench your fists, grit your teeth, and decide you're going to be the one who decides when this ends? The people who make it, the ones who turn their no's into yes, aren't smarter or luckier than you. They're just more stubborn. They're the ones who look at rejection and see a challenge, not a verdict. They're the ones who hear no and think, not yet. Look at Elon Musk. His companies were rejected by investors, mocked by competitors, written off as doomed. SpaceX's first 3 rocket launches failed. Tesla was on the brink of bankruptcy, but he didn't stop. Every no was a signal to pivot, to learn, to fight harder. Now his companies reshape industries. That's not luck. That's what happens when you refuse to let rejection be the end of your story. You've got to want it more than you fear it. The yes you're chasing, whether the career, a dream, a life, demands everything you've got. It demands you show up, even when you're scared, even when you're tired, even when the no's feel like they're stacking up faster than you can count. Because every single one of those rejections is a step closer to your goal. It's not a straight line. It's not clean or pretty. It's a jagged, brutal path that only the relentless survive. So, when the next no hits, and it will, don't flinch. Don't hide. Feel the weight of it. Let it cut deep and then use it. Let it remind you that you're still in the fight. Let it push you to sharpen your edges, to rethink your approach, to become undeniable. The yes is out there, but it's not waiting for you to stumble into it. It's waiting for you to earn it. Keep going. Keep clawing. Keep turning every no into the fuel that gets you there. Because the only thing that can stop you is you. The fire doesn't go out just because you've been burned. Another no lands in your lap. Another door slams. Another dream feels like it's slipping through your fingers. It hurts. It always will. But that pain, it's proof you're still alive, still fighting, still in the arena. The moment you stop feeling the sting of rejection is the moment you've given up. So lean into it. Let it sear through you. That's not weakness. It's the raw material of your transformation. Every no is a spark, and you're the one who decides whether it ignites your drive or burns you out. The world is cruelly indifferent. It doesn't care about your feelings, your plans, or your potential. It only responds to those who keep showing up no matter how many times they're knocked down. You think you're the only one facing rejection? Look around. Every person who's ever built anything worth having has waded through a sea of no's. Spielberg was rejected by film school twice. Jobs was fired from his own company. Rowling lived on welfare while publishers tossed her manuscripts aside. They didn't succeed because they were immune to rejection. They succeeded because they refused to let it be their story's end. Here's the dark secret. Rejection isn't just a hurdle, it's a filter. It weeds out the weak, the uncommitted, the ones who think success should come easy. Every no you face is a test of how much you're willing to sacrifice, how far you're willing to go. Most people fail that test. They hear no and see a wall. You see a challenge, a puzzle, a chance to prove you're tougher than the world thinks you are. The no isn't a stop sign, it's a dare. It's the universe saying, show me what you've got. What do you do with it? You don't complain. You don't make excuses. You don't point fingers at the gatekeepers, the naysayers, the ones who didn't see your vision. You turn inward. You ask the hard questions. What's not working? What can I do better? How do I become the person they can't say no to? Maybe it's your approach, too timid, too scattered. Maybe it's your skills good, but not great. Maybe it's your mindset, still clinging to the idea that someone's going to hand you the yes you want. Whatever it is, rejection exposes it. And exposure is a first step to evolution. The grind is lonely. Don't expect cheers while you're down here in the dirt. The world only applauds when you're on top, not when you're clawing your way there. But that's where the real work happens. In the shadows, in the quiet, in the moments when no one's watching. Every no you turn into fuel is a brick in the foundation of your success. You're building something no one else can see yet, not even you. But you'll feel it. You'll feel in the way you carry yourself, in the way you stop flinching at rejection, in the way you start to crave the next challenge instead of fearing it. And when the yes finally comes, and it won't feel like a gift. It'll feel like a trophy you bled for, because that's what it is. That yes isn't something someone gives you. It's something you take. You earn it by outlasting the no's, by refusing to break, by becoming the kind of person who makes yes inevitable. The people who get there aren't the ones who never fell. They're the ones who fell, got up, and kept walking, limping, bleeding, but moving forward. So, when the next no comes, don't let it shake you. Don't let it make you question your worth. Let it remind you why you're here. You're not chasing approval. You're chasing mastery. You're not begging for a seat at the table. You're building your own. Every rejection is a chance to get stronger, sharper, hungrier. Take it. Use it. Let it fuel the fire that keeps you moving toward the yes you were always meant to find. The path is brutal, but you're built for it. Keep going.